Today I would explain what is an identifier. You can subscribe and share this channel and can press bell icon to get more updates. What is an identifier? I would try to explain it with the help of a definition. Then we will try to understand with the help of some practical work in Python IDE. An identifier is a name which is specified for a variable, dictionaries, objects, classes, function, list, etc. in Python program. I would try to explain with the help of one Python program, any IDE you can open. I want to add two numbers. Then how I can write my program? First of all, I want to store my constant value. How I can store this constant value? I can store this constant value into a variable, and this variable I'm going to take. This A is an identifier. What I have said in our definition, an identifier is a name which is given by a programmer to a variable, class, object, dictionary, list, etc. Now this A is an identifier. It can be a A1, it can be written A_1. Appropriate name can be given by a programmer to a variable, to a class, to a list, dictionary, etc. With the help of this variable, our system will able to point out a memory address of a 7 where it is going to be stored by our computer system. Now next I'm going to assign 12 in B0. Now C, then assignment operator, then you will write A plus B0. Then you are going to write print. You want to print out what is inside C. I have taken here A_B1. Now I will write output is equal to, it should be written as it as inside inverted commas, output is equal to. Now variable should not be written inside inverted commas because it is not a message. It should be written outside the inverted commas and with the help of this comma, and then you can type here a variable in which you have stored this expression. This is called a expression here. Now we are going to run this program. Now you can see this is 19 is output. So A_1 is an identifier, B0 is an identifier, C is an identifier. So what we can say, it is a name which is given by a programmer to a variable, list, dictionary, class, modules in Python programming. I would try to explain it with the help of only a variable. What is an identifier? It is a name for a variable or a class identifier. Now there are some rules for an identifier in Python programming. These rules should be followed by us when we are going to use these names in our program. I will try to explain with the help of some examples also. First rule, the first character must be a letter. Underscore counts as a letter. What is the meaning of this line? First character must be a letter. You can use small a or capital A for variable or class, etc. But it should be a letter, and underscore counts as a letter. I'm going to run this program. Now first rule is it should be a letter. I'm going to take a 2, then B is equal to 3, and then you can write C is equal to A plus B. You will write here print. Now you can see. First rule is the first character must be a letter, underscore counts as a letter. You can use also underscore. You can also use underscore, and it should be changed here also. And now output will come same. But you are not able to use hash. You are not able to use and. Next rule is upper and lower cases are different. I'm going to run this program. Now you can see. Capital A, in capital A, I have stored 7. In small a, I have stored 5. Output is different. Why? Because this Python language is case sensitive language. If you are going to declare a variable, then you should try to concentrate whether you are going to declare it with capital letter or small letter. Next rule, digits 0 through 9 can be part of an identifier except for the first character. Okay, I'm going to explain with the help of one more program, simple program example. In this line, the digit 0 through 9 can be a part of the identifier except for the first character. You can't use a digit through 0 to 9 as a first character in a variable. It can be used after a character. it will not create any error. But if you are going to use it as a first character, then it will give error. Next rule, an identifier must not be a keyword. What is a keyword? I have already explained. A keyword is a reserved word which cannot be used by a programmer for a normal use in his or her program. If it is a reserved word, you can't assign value to if. It will give error if you are going to write this program. Reason behind it, because if it's a reserved keyword, we are not able to use it for normal use. If I will try to use it and I will try to print it, it will give error. I can use only an appropriate variable, and if you have given as is also a reserved keyword, a is not a reserved keyword, it is a variable, and this variable name can be used by me to print out this value. This is working. But you will not able to use any reserved keyword like break cannot be used by you because it is also a reserved word. And in Python ID, PyCharm, its color will get changed to orange color. So you can check here. We will not able to use the reserved word as a keyword. Next, an identifier cannot contain any special character except for underscore. You can't use in your variable name, like I'm going to take a variable, you can't use this sign. You can't use this sign. These all are a special symbol. These symbols cannot be used by you in a program when you are going to declare a variable, except from this underscore. This underscore can be used in your variable name. You can use it without any problem, but you are not able to use any other special symbol in variable name. So guys, these were some rules which should be followed by us when we are going to use a variable in our program. So at last I would explain again its definition. What is an identifier? An identifier is a name which is given by a programmer to a variable, list, dictionary, module, function, etc. in Python programming. There were some rules which we have already discussed, and you should try to follow these rules. You are going to use this variable in your program. Thank you. Have a nice day.